How's it going, y'all? It's Nixus here, and today I am going barefaced because I really did not feel like putting on my makeup today. I just did a whole facial scrub, a whole facial rinse, so I'm trying to let my pores breathe for a little while. But today, I wanted to react to one of Chilling with Moni's videos, and this is a subject that actually hits a little deeper to home for me. It's Jussie Smollet, Jussie Smollet. He is reacting to Kendrick Lamar's The Heart Part 5, in which he was a deepfake during that time. Chilling with Moni, subscribe to her channel. I've been subscribed for a while now. I love that she's risen up through the ranks and I'm seeing her in a lot more. I'm seeing her collaborating with a lot more YouTubers now. I think that's absolutely amazing. I really love seeing my brothers and sisters in the YouTube community succeed. I really do. So go ahead and subscribe to her. I'm pretty sure if you're watching my videos, you're already subscribed to her. What she does is fantastic. And unlike that other hoe's name that I'm not going to mention for legal reasons, Moni doesn't act like a conceited bitch with the information that she has. And she doesn't lock her information behind a paywall. Knowledge should be shared with everybody. And we need more black women in the hip hop scene. I'll say it. We need more strong black women of integrity in the hip hop scene. I'm in the music scene as well as the hip hop scene, but we need more strong black women of integrity in this scene, goddammit. And so, without further ado, let's get into it.
Cousin, who you chilling with? I'm chilling with Moni.
Hey cousins, welcome back to the crib. Your favorite cousin Moni here. I hope everyone is having a great day.
Looking at his face just pisses me off. I really just hate looking at him now because he really just like fucked up his own career for no reason.
Today, cousins, we are talking about Jussie Smollet, who recently sat down Cam Newton on his podcast.
Oh, I thought that was Cam Newton. I thought it because of the hat.
Addressed something people have been curious about for years, and that's how he felt seeing himself deepfaked in Kendrick Lamar's The Heart Part 5.
He did do Kanye.
I got an issue with Kendrick for Dave Chappelle. I ain't got no issue with Dave Chappelle. I don't know these people, so it's kind of like, what would be the reason for me to have an issue with them? Because they don't know me either. I don't know what Kendrick meant by the video. I really don't. So, because I just don't know. Yeah. So it's like, I respect him as an artist, and that's about as far as it can go. You ain't gonna see me putting out no diss track against him. I'm not doing that. Those were probably the least of my concerns. Because for everything that was actually happening, you're just not, for me, I was not connected to those things in that way.
Get it, but cousins, to understand why Kendrick included him, we have to discuss what the Heart series is and what it represents. For those who are unaware, the Heart series is where Kendrick Lamar shows us exactly where he is spiritually, mentally, and artistically before stepping into a new character, a new chapter of his career. Throughout the video, he transforms into 6 black men: Kanye West, O.J. Simpson, Jussie Smollet, Will Smith, Kobe Bryant, and Nipsey Hussle. That brings the total to 7, a number tied to divine completeness in Christian scripture. As you know, Jesus famously said, "I am" multiple times.
I am has persisted in the Bible, even back in the Old Testament. When Moses speaks to God in the form of a burning tree, God tells him, "I am that I am." And Jesus, when he's talking to his disciples, he says, "I am the way, the truth, and the light. No man cometh unto the Father but through me." The words "I am" have persisted because it is speaking one solitary thing. I am because I am. I am everything. I am breath, I am life, I am death, I am rebirth, I am the light, the darkness, I am the beginning and the end, I am. The context that Kendrick is using it in, this is literally him putting on the crown of thorns that you'll eventually see when he does Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. This is him accepting the burden of the culture. He is saying, "I am the culture. I am ready to take on this burden as Christ did for his brothers and sisters. I am ready to bear that crown." Oh my God. All right, let's continue.
Jussie Smollett is the controversy, symbolism, and fallout. Jussie Smollett has also gone on record to say, "I'm the gay Tupac."
Really? That's what we're doing? We're going that far. Okay. I still think you faked it, bro. And then they, that was their way of sweeping it under the rug. Cause there's no way. There's no way that would have happened, you being as big as you are at the time. You were quite literally a superstar. And there were, no other witnesses? I don't know. Slap on the wrist for a crime that should have been handled a lot better, in my opinion. I think you did it. And I think your ego is only further proving that. Gay or not, can we stop? I'll talk about it in a different video, but that's a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. We're gonna continue though.
Says, I want to represent for us. Jussie wanted his story to represent Black struggle and resilience, but the controversy overshadowed everything. For Kendrick, Jussie symbolized the complexity of public perception. Then there's Will Smith, Kobe Bryant, and Nipsey Hussle. Will Smith represents how a single moment of emotional collapse can redefine a lifetime of legacy.
Yeah, because Will was on top of the world. He was at the height of his career, the peak. He was there. He was on Mount Olympus. And then he let his emotions get to him over that nasty tramp, that swamp creature, because Chris Rock called her bald-headed. I think he was being pretty tame, but you let that nasty old wretched hag creature dictate your actions, and you screwed yourself up forever. Now, nobody's gonna take you seriously. Your credibility was neutered because you listened to this thing that was smashing your son's best friend and putting the business out there and being like, oh, he's perfectly okay with it. She made you look like a cuck, and you threw your career away for that. He had everything lined up perfectly for him, and he threw it away, flushed it down the toilet for this floozy that wasn't even worth it. Nobody likes Jada. Nobody. You cannot find a single Black woman on this planet who actually respects Jada Pinkett Smith. Nasty attitude, the worst resting bitch face I've ever seen in my life, low-key a pedo to the meadow, just heartless, manipulative, grimy, trashy. I hate that she's from fucking Baltimore. Baltimore is our neighbor, our next door neighbor. They already have their negative stereotypes. Well, I mean, there's a saying, and this doesn't apply to just Black people, it applies to people of every background. You can take the rat out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the rat. Doesn't matter if you're white, Black, Asian, Latino, Russian, it doesn't matter. Hood rat knows no skin color.
Kendrick becomes Kobe and Nipsey, two losses that deeply wounded the culture and Kendrick personally.
Yeah, man, those two, starlights, angels in the culture, snuffed out before their time because of just, oh my God. One, because of the evils of the world, and two, because of just horrific freak accident that came out of nowhere. Him and his baby girl, just they're all in heaven, better places, man. Just rest in peace.
Nipsey's perspective in the final verse was a cultural freeze frame moment almost. So his reaction wasn't hostile or resentful.
Also, I really, really dig Moni's perceptions on these, her analyzations of what each face represents. I think she's spot on, honestly. I couldn't agree more.
Don't really sit with the video, you're not gonna understand it. So it's reasonable that he laughed it off, but
I don't know, I feel like Cam was just trying to stir up drama for the sake of stirring up drama because he knows that Jussie's not even in the news anymore, and the only things that have his name on them right now are Empire, the hate crime hoax, and his face being used in the Hard Part 5. And so I think he was just trying to stir up drama because interviewers do that shit all the time where they try to stir up drama that is honestly not necessary just because that's what gets views, is drama, because people are ear hustlers by default. And so they will literally gravitate towards drama because it creates discussion as well. So I think he was just trying to instigate.
What do y'all think now that Jussie has kind of spoken on it? Were you a fan of the Heart Part 5, the song?
Heart Part 5 is a fantastic song. The Heart series in itself is just mwah, chef's kiss. It's just unrivaled. Kendrick really, the Heart Part 6 is my favorite song, one of my favorite songs on the GNX album. Like, reincarnated is number one. I'll give props to Jussie for handling the situation. I'll give him props for handling it with grace, for recognizing that it was just a ploy to stir up drama, and then brushing it off and moving on to the next topic. He handled it very well, because when an interviewer is trying to instigate, you acknowledge what they're saying, you give a take on it, but you don't go too deeply into it, because then people will start trying to like pit people against each other. So I think he handled it very smartly by not dodging the question, but acknowledging it, being like, I can't really respond to it. I don't have any thoughts on it. And then just moving on. It was the safe option given the controversy that he's already been through so far. But those were my thoughts on the video. What do you guys think? Did you think he handled it well? Do you think he could have spoken on it a little more? Do you think there wasn't really anything for him to say about it? Put your thoughts in the comments below. But as always, I have been Nixus, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.